Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for your love and support. I have finally crossed the mark of 500 subscribers on YouTube, and thank you so much for everything. In this video, I'm going to share with you a plan that you can use to face Salesforce interviews, and this will help everyone with an experience of somewhere around 1 year to 4 years. And although it may not include everything and all your specializations that you have worked on, but having said that, it will definitely cover a lot of things, a lot of basics that are asked in Salesforce interview questions. So moving on, I have divided this study plan in 5 days, so you can take 5 days to prepare for your interviews. So on day one, we are going to keep it relatively very simple, just starting with the basics of data modeling, where you can get into the details of how the relationships are established in objects in Salesforce, how many kind of relationships are there in Salesforce, like master data relationship, and what is a lookup relationship, and those kind of questions come under data modeling. And then the rest of the day you can spend learning or revising the concepts of sharing and visibility. How do you basically manage security in Salesforce? In this topic, you can take a look into profiles and sharing rules and that kind of stuff. And I may create a detailed video on the same if you wish to. If you want, I can definitely do that, but for that you'll have to like this video. I'm targeting at least 50 likes for this video. And moving on day two, you have to study the process automation. Now, process automation and sharing and security are two topics that are really very important when it comes to the basics, the admin part of Salesforce. So it's very important to get to know these things before the interview. Now, in process automation, you can have a look at the process builder, Salesforce flows, and what is the difference between all the point and click tools that we have right now. And even if we don't use workflows, it is very important to know the difference and what are the capabilities of each of these tools. Moving on, you have to have a basic understanding of the reports and dashboards, and what are the questions that may be asked in interviews. That is a topic for separate video, but do check the reports and dashboards as well. Now you can have a basic look at what validation rules, duplication rules, matching and assignment rules are in Salesforce, and then you can touch upon the topics of report types, what are record types and page layouts. And in day three, we are going to be more serious about the development side of the stuff. So you can have a look at SOQL and SOSL, how to write different SOQL queries, what is the use of SOSL, how are the two things different from each other. And then you can move on to custom metadata and custom settings, and what are the difference between these three, the custom label, metadata and settings. And then you can also have a look at data migration tools, the internal data import wizard, as well as the data loader. And if you have worked with deployments, then it is also important to have some idea around that. If you have used ant migration tool, or if you have used Workbench for data migration, then you can go through that. So whatever you have worked on, you have to prepare it like that only. So if you have only used change sets, then you can have a look at change sets, basically related to whatever you have done related to deployments. You can have a look at that. On day 4, we are going to cover Apex triggers in detail. Try to write Apex triggers, and you should have an idea of what are the different context variables. Like do we have a trigger.new and trigger.old in before context or insert context, So those kind of questions can come, and also have to practice a lot of scenario based questions around Apex triggers, because in most of the interviews you're going to get questions related to that. You will be asked to write a trigger on the fly. Then I think Apex is also very important. You have to have a basic understanding of what is the difference between batch Apex and queueable Apex, schedulable Apex, and all kind of asynchronous jobs. Now, Apex integration is useful to revise if you have any idea around that, and definitely you should know questions related to Apex test classes. Again guys, if you want me to create videos around a detailed video on what questions may arise from which topic, then please do let me know in the comment section, and do consider subscribing to my channel. That really keeps me motivated. On the last and final days, we are going to revise the UI part, the front end development of Salesforce. And if you have any experience with visualforce pages and aura components, feel free to revise those as well. If not, it is recommended from my end that you prepare for lightning web components, because that's really a very hot skill these days in Salesforce. So there are a lot of topics that you can cover for lightning web components. Again, I can create another video for the same. And I also have a bonus tip for you guys. The bonus tip is, if you are preparing for your interviews, it is good to have a basic idea of where to start from. But if you're unable to get into the habit of revising stuff, or if you're having a hard time starting your preparation, I would suggest you to start with whatever topic interests you the most. So say for example, if in day 3, if you have SOCL and SOCL, and if you're very interested, if you find it very engaging for you, then you can start with SOCL and SOCL. So whatever interests you, start with that, and then gradually when you get the momentum, you can move on to other topics. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.